Well, the late Mr. Rogers used to sing about the benefits of knowing your neighbors. Well, a post from comedian Susan Kallman went viral after she said, in the midst of a very bad storm, to check on your neighbors and anyone who might need assistance. Then she added, I hope my neighbors will throw a bottle of wine over the wall. Well, luckily, they did. She posted a photo of the wine sitting on her fence. It was a friendly hello from a neighbor. So
I love that.
This is great. Yeah, so speaking of neighbors, Nikki, this is a great opportunity with you here. I know that you are very, very close with the people in your neighborhood.
I hadn't heard that story. Yes, we are very close with our neighbors, and it reminds me, after Hurricane Irma, you know, our street on Hillview didn't have power for 13 days. So 2 of our neighbors were gone, so like we would judge like what was defrosting. Like tonight we can have filet, tomorrow night, and we all made a communal table out of driftwood, or not driftwood, plywood, and every night we ate dinner together. It was so awesome.
Start?
Yes.
How do you get that going?
I grew up in southern Mississippi, so it's very, you know, won't you be my neighbor kind of thing, borrow a cup of sugar scenario. Like we were all close and, you know, had a really great time. This is my friend Kim and Dave. They live in our neighborhood. And this is right here on Hillview where we live. But I think embracing your
closed doors and stuff, but you don't do that.
No, we all have keys to each other's houses, mostly because we're all forgetful and we forget to leave the dog out or we're working or something like that.
Right.
But we really, really trust each other. And so we had some new neighbors move across the street to a house that had been renovated. And, you know, we really just all tried to welcome them, Mike and Allison. And I think for us, we want each other to walk out and grab the mail and say hi and have a glass of wine together. And
so you have ideas of how we can do this in our own neighborhood. So the first is we've heard about progressive dinners, but you explain how they work.
Well, we to our left is Jen and Isaac, and he's a chef, so that's great, and I don't have a green thumb. So for instance, he has a ton of herbs and all of these things growing in their boxes. I have eggs, you know, so we kind of work our way around the neighborhood, and we all just kind of get together sometimes and make pit stops at each other's houses. We spend our holidays together. A lot of us.
So you could do an appetizer at your house, and then everyone can move 2 doors down.
It's a great way to meet new neighbors. And I think for us, you know, we live in this very small, crazy area where there's so much traffic going to and from the hospital. And I think for us, like, we really want each other to feel welcome and that we still have that really intimate setting, even in the middle of all these restaurants and all this action happening.
Well, you have another idea that I think is really great for especially if there are seniors in your neighborhood or anyone, shared mowing.
Yeah.
I love this.
Well, so our neighbors to the left, Marty and Sarah, they leave, they go up north. So I'll mow our grass and I'll just go ahead and mow theirs. Or if he's out front, when they're back, we mow each other's lawns. Or, you know, we really do try to take care of each other. And, you know, we've kind of approached our neighbors like we approach our marriage. Like if everything is your job, if it's your job to make your neighborhood feel fun, or if it's your job to make your neighborhood or your new neighbors feel really, really welcome. There's tiny little things you can do for your neighbors to make them feel special.
Yes, because it's a hassle to get the mower out. So pretty much once it's out, you might as well do
once
your
you're hot and sweaty, you might as well do another 10 minutes.
Yeah, Marty's awesome. He just leaves it out all summer.
Food too. You share food from gardens.
Yes.
This is great.
Yes, we do. And you know, we all have sort of our talents. And they vary from being a handyman to a gardener or a party planner. So I kind of have the biggest communal table, so we usually end up over at our house. But, you know, for us, I really wanted to be that house when I was a kid that everybody came over to. You know, it's kind of like who has pop-in status. You know, when you think about which one of your friends can pop over uninvited. We want that for our neighbors, and I think that we really do have that.
I love this, and I think it's more important, especially now. So these are great tips, and the people on my street are going to hold me accountable. We will be doing this.
Bring them wine. It works.
I was just going to say, you can just bring wine. I'll be your friend.
Great ideas. You can find more great ideas from Nikki at Hitched and Honey. You can visit her Facebook page. And coming up next, we're going to keep our social trend going with a big banquet party. We'll learn about Banquet on the Block.